The Frontline with Procurement only on CTV. The Frontline with Procurement only on CTV. The Frontline with Procurement only on CTV. The Frontline with Procurement only on CTV.
Tonight, the Frontline shows secure exclusive one-on-one with Honorable James Klutse Avedzi, a member of Parliament for Ketu North constituency in the Volta region. Also, chairman of the Public Accounts Committee in the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic. We navigate with him tonight to explore the roadmap into becoming the chairman of the above committee and his responsibilities and other related matters. Plus, yet another exclusive one-on-one with Saint Sark, the General Overseer of Open Arms Ministries in Ashanti region. Folks, I am Queen and I welcome viewers here in Ghana and around the world to the nation's biggest investigative magazine show, airborne live from the HQ here in the CTV studios and also across dozens of stations speaking the feed through our very own Sunyani 88.1 FM. We're live in the Western region on 99.1 FM, live in London on GOB, on tuneinmodernghana.com, and of course still on GOB. Pick it up on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. We're live on Information Superhighway on TuneIn, on YouTube, Facebook. And the link is my CTV GH. The link is my CTV GH Plus, the interactive segment, the very WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. 020-297-3461, folks, and all messages will be read as the program proceeds. Folks, tonight we have an exclusive one-on-one. The Member of Parliament for Ketu North constituency in the Volta region, and also double up as the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. And I'm sure many of you recall this very committee. This committee is the committee that grills our ministers, chief executives, directors, ministries, departments, agencies, and all that you can think of. That's where the chunk of Ghana's money go to. The hundreds of Ghana, hundreds of our money, thousands of our money, millions of our money, and billions of our money being squandered by public officials. And of course, this very committee, the Public Accounts Committee, I'm sure many of you have heard of this committee and the kind of work that they do in Ghana's parliament. Many times when you watch the Public Accounts Committee, oftentimes you hear, hey, Mr. A, Mr. B, or minister, or this chief director, or chief executive has chopped Ghana's money, and then the committee will have to surcharge this individual, and all of that makes some recommendations to Attorney General for prosecutions, including retrieval of this money, and oftentimes it doesn't see the light of day. Now, the committee, three things happen. The Public Accounts Committee together with the Auditor General work hand in hand, and after their work, whoever or whichever ministries or department or agency that comes in adverse findings of any squandering the public funds, of course the chairman will make recommendations to this Attorney General for prosecutions. Folks, tonight we have exclusive one-on-one with Honorable James Klutse Avedzi. He's the chairman of this committee, and you are going to hear thousands, millions, billions of Ghana cedis being squandered by top officials, in this country. Plus, we also secure exclusive one-on-one with Sinsak. Sinsak is the General Overseer of Open Arms Ministries in Ashanti region. Of course, last week we held a press conference and as it will put out some very harrowing accounts of election 2024. All these and more tonight is coming on the nation's biggest investigative magazine show. Plus, the Supreme Court of this republic tomorrow is going to have a ruling on Speaker Bagbane's position of declaring 4 parliamentary seats vacant. So, what is in the making of the Supreme Court's ruling tomorrow at 9 a.m. All these and more is coming up until close door. Tonight, brace yourself for all this exclusive show coming to you live from this very HQ here in the studios of CTV. Folks, I am Kweku and I'm your investigative journalist. Call a friend, call a brother, call a sister, call anybody. And I entreat you to go on your television, flip through, and you definitely can have the CTV television on your set. Now, your inability to get CTV on your set quickly. I do believe that your television is one, call it a digital TV or a smart one. Of course, you can get CTV on any digital television or a digital one for that matter. So get it there. Your inability to get it quickly, you can get it on GoTV. GoTV is transmitting this program very live, or otherwise go on the social media information superhighway, YouTube, Facebook, and the link is very simple. My CTVGH, and please subscribe to the links. Folks, tonight we are connecting every corner of the nations, every corner from region to region to region, including the nation's capital, across every 16 regional capitals. Folks, this is Frontline show tonight. Folks, brace yourselves. Let's get started. So we're and I dream in the other in Yama Airban and no day. As someone Eda Ho and a dream, it just dim and no dame. To Miss Roman Pesa by Aquadro. But Modiana Ton craft for Unia, for Wadamfo, for our sister, for our brother, for a cousin, anybody. Nakachen so Uncle ni TV so or a smart TV Ubenya program a CTV Frontline. Tonight we go out front on a double, on a double space. Of course, information super high when it's what your YouTube, your science Facebook, the link, my CTVG, and so smart TV so Ubenya program. Actually flip through Ubenya CTNV. Simple. We in your Ubenya YouTube, Ubenya Facebook. And a link and also subscribe to the link. Send a beya. Your question po asekrani ye program na ubenya program did no idea. Washe. Ate anadri and some yenumi and son a dapono so. Didi kind. Yene a member of Parliament Emma Ketu North constituency. Honorable James Klutse Avedzi. Ono asusu no ye chairman Emma Public Accounts Committee. Samati sa committee a oftentimes wote siyeka sikadie ewo Ghana hasem. Abiding institutions, ministries and departments and agencies nemni ade mpenifo politicians a wonu mu disika wo memha. Oftentimes one time to baby public accounts na wote ho na obekọ no wohwe sika nipa kwabna ne ye di sika no mu wi a ye di wi ne e do mbetena ho a na omu di omonka. Now Public Accounts Committee eye adwuma together with Auditor General and okoye investigations no owi a na ordinary report no de ama Public Accounts Committee for so trase no ma ye hwehwem nia no mu hu say aha ene sika na fire na fi so ye chief executive or ye director or ye minister ne edna beton ne bi se nsem nia se wentimi ehu bebi sika no a na committee na den o ma say charge na ne de ama ya recommend na dinama verse attorney general say attorney general prosecute nipa we na sanso boni nsem na gisika ne bra. Yes, Anadwe, the chairman of the committee, Eba Betrain, how much quantum of sika? Ayira, the money has disappeared. Making Attorney General is in to your prosecution back. Nobody says a DNT Attorney General Ben Adrian said on prosecutor. I'm going to give you a series of reports about sika. Nina akko down the drainer. SCA says Kenina Attorney General and your prosecution be our. And no dan chenya First additional yede ba no say you secure another exclusive one-on-one with Sinsak bebremu ni Sinsak the general overseer Emma sorry wo Kumasi for Open Arms Ministries. And last week or press conference we free Kumasi Bakra a press conference bi na emu hu papa or den sembi atoto ho asansem no efa election 2024 dia ba asem e no kan obu bo Ghana mpenifo bi su din ene ade tonight yene ba be exclusive shots by bed 10 to 12 minutes exclusive one-on-one. Now what masembi mu nchiremu na fi ya hwese the asem na besi. By the way, I'm sure you've heard it now. Sir, Supreme Court ochina or the ruling bi beba efa speaker Bagbin in semen ho. Yeah. Saying and the Supreme Court be release asem no. Well, the minority or more hosisiano led by Kwame Afenyomakin. Womu krasi no, sisi omo ye every plan be say one bed they will impeach the speaker or womu abekwa could be parliament. Folks, this issue between the speaker and the Ghana's legislative house is refusing to go. And it looks as though things are not getting better anytime soon. Rather, things are getting more murkier than you think. Folks, as I'm can see about tonight, so call a friend, call a brother, together we sit and talk. Now, Ghana Speaks proudly brought to you by Ora Blackstar for Boamasa. CBA Hunsem Semwa Wakotobina may kana wumpese obetienu. Jai would yana toho Nakoji Ora Blackstar for Ensa Snibin tem. Edumukui wonomu of Anko barrier heyao. From Mochana Pa, now no meeting commerce and me say, Uno meeting common our telephone number bands 053 617 6327 053 617 6327 Omano bidding common one more sassy be brave or quabenya caswa breku danger amasaman and sawum botian be brave and sassy 70 by 100 Nina ye can access road ewo electricity ewo and then fence insuo enso so e ho metimi aboa mo wenye bia wudi si udan anapa edan be na opese wusie e hotel CB e apartmental CB anase Airbnb any of them biano that opportunity no hono fra won na no omni nkomo hwe o ma asase ene se the asase ne da so yantam fefe kama take a listen to Ora Blaster.
Our Blackstar Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Blackstar, your preference, our priority.
When we na, they are all the same.
Oh, me a fear about to answer my man in Semen. My Casada. Listen to Obama. Omanaya, Trofo. What is a patina? This is Papa. And also, Papa, I'm the leader and founder of the Liberal Party, LPG. Who would say, Papa? I brought this situation and the next situation. Now let me tell you the vision of this man. No, I don't number by a president. I could let you walk on and said the Imam in my watch. Sana Bayam, I could let you check that. Was only $500. See what and there. Couple 18 years, 500 Ghana cedis. Hey! This is Omaya Naya. Was only a negative 2,000 Ghana cedis. So soon I'm a better president. Or more, among the feeling watch. Running was so big on Casabian. We be allowed for 18 years away to Mama, but the Casabian Ghana cities. Hey, let me chum some crowds. Me, I'll vote for number 5. Madam, appeal 2024 election. Metro Abanadia, LPG. Mama posters need it. I'm one campaign. Oshkrata need to Abana, be number 5. When I'm to my sense will be an air so.
Great folks, welcome back. This is the Frontline show live from the studios here at CTV and across dozens of stations, all picking the feed. Folks, and Adrimini Adajo crack. But let's go along. Somehow better than what name. I think we are now even learning this morning. Say, candidates Baumia said from 1st December, Dallas is and then maybe me say news we mantia because that sad news item nearly shut me down. I think the girl is at the age of 13, now or suffer this kidney stuff. 13-year-old girl. Yeah. Abu Free soon. The news item broke me down completely. I said, oh, could you some penny? If it's a girl. Folks, what am I making fancy with? Now, into Baumia today, politics of today takes us to parliaments and the controversy region. The minority leader, Kwame Afenyo-Markin, had threatened he, together with his minority group, will recall Parliament or will recall Parliament with or without the Speaker of Parliament. Afenyo-Markin threatened say in the coming days, obefre Parliament back. Say Parliament Speaker ni pew, obe recall Parliament. Otinanso Supreme Court edin the ruling bawo. Say na Kwame na pese o kana asemi. Take a listen to the minority leader, now the minority leader, Honorable Kwame Afenyo-Markin. Asemwa okache the press. Listen to him.
And he knew that the right thing to do was to engage us and to get the NDC to sit on his left. He refused to do that. So we would compel Parliament to sit and for the right government business to be transacted. We are going to do it. We will not allow the Speaker to have his way. He's not a member of Parliament. The Speaker is not a member of Parliament. He presides over Parliament. We, the members of Parliament, determine the business of Parliament. So we'll recall Parliament again. I'm saying that we'll recall Parliament. We'll recall Parliament. We'll recall Parliament. And he knew that the right thing to do was to engage us and to get the NDC to sit on his left. He refused to do that. So we would compel Parliament to sit and for the right government business to be transacted. We are going to do it. We will not allow the Speaker to have his way. He's not a member of Parliament. The Speaker is not a member of Parliament. He presides over Parliament. We, the members of Parliament, determine the business of Parliament. So we'll recall Parliament again. I'm saying that we'll recall Parliament. We'll recall Parliament. We'll recall Parliament.
We'll recall Parliament. We'll call Parliament. Kwame Afenyo-Markin breso pe. And that's how we EBC. Ghana under the Fourth Republic. Yeah. Kwame Afenyo-Markin breso pe. And that's how we EBC that. Na breso. And I share the stalemate between the judiciary and Parliament. Who be that? My main message we Ibrahim Danlade. I say welcome. Adjoa, I say good evening, Kweku and everyone. Great to be here once again. I look forward to a great show. Valerie and so I say good evening to you all. Quicks, I trust you're doing well. I'm doing well, great. And then the rest, I on. Also, then, why their ignorance? I don't know what that means. Or message, now, folks, a member of the minority group explains why his colleagues were not in the chamber when the Speaker Bagbin was seated. However, he holds his leadership responsible for not inform the Speaker, earlier informed the Speaker about their caucus meeting. One say ebra last week na nyoma eboboko no. Ekoba say speaker kotna akunwa so na minority for no eni fi ho. On the basis of this, and the speaker say Sadia wa journey the house again. Now ebe say minority group no nessa no wo ye caucus meeting bi o se den. But se sa na tia adena mammo speaker na mane say speaker yi ye shaha ye meeting o. Nti se wo ba ma ye nte wo nka say wa ba say ni say ana say bia o beba na yemra. Speaker no betra say ye den take proceedings yet. No musushe baby. Well, a member of the minority for no ababe one member of the minority ababe chim what brought about that. Take a listen to him. Who is this? Take a listen.
So I'm begging, what actually happened today? It was not deliberate that we were boycotting, but we wanted to get understanding from the speaker. So we were at the caucus meeting, and maybe I will admit that it took so long.
But that is even allowed in parliamentary culture.
I engaged Honorable Abuja and told the minister, oh, then you made a mistake. You should have informed the speaker that you were at the caucus meeting. The speaker didn't know, which I cannot defend because I'm not part of the leadership. And I'm sure he's right. I'm sure if my leaders have informed the speaker that we're holding a meeting and we'll be back, definitely we would have waited.
What? Or say, if the leaders had informed the speaker, and the speaker no be den obehu anamoa esesu wotuo Honorable Kennedy Kwame Akumprako and eka we you. So we be say, a diebe pa na ye the leader of the minority for na ye owura Kwame na Afenyoma can say o inform speaker ne say me ne me dom no ye hye ha na ye meeting say speaker oba ana obeba me yehu say die nti e na 1 year sa de no se wa hu no hu nioma e koso. Meanwhile the issue with obianim say parliamentary practice and say other minority fool and a majority fool mumu tweyama speaker ne betra say and sana mama say you want the speaker to go and sit down and sana mama ba where which parliament in the whole world yes adewe nkanche mamintie which parliament? Not any parliament in Africa, not any parliament in the world, not any congress in the world. One more time a speaker na kotrase and so on kotrase. But in Ghana's parliament, Kwame na Afenyoma can say no. As a so eden, one only in Crawford ye caucus meeting, business meeting, speaker na betra ho. Speaker na betra how many minutes? And the speaker na betra ho no. But one say say nipa na aye na dwene say won fa emna no won fa obuo emani peni a say na beba ebiri a menimu kasei speaker Bagman nim say yeah Kwame na Afenyoma ken tie tua e wo no so now Kwame na Afenyoma ken ene die afi no wo ka kire Ghana for say speaker Bagman eye na dwene say wonye de ben onye emperor e na afi so wonye ohene ensemo watoto bia mani speaker na enya asem ketwa. But folks, we are gauging the space tomorrow. How the Supreme Court is going to sit on this matter. Sure, Omei, mo pese Omei bo. Omei be bo okonfu boni so obe okonfu pa eso obe tro mei mu. E mo okonfu boni aba be tufo a Omei be bo ni eni e be tremu bi. I'm telling you. Obi enu obetimi achichiri Ghana obi ansa. We are Supreme Court o. We are there be o say nobody. The Supreme Court na si won e nipa na omote ho. And let me say this to Ghanaians. The laws were made for men. The laws of Ghana was made for man. Not man. Oh, come on, Aden. How? If the laws were made for man and not the law for whatever, and amuntia say ye nebe tromemu. Ye emrano ma nipa. Emrano ye ma nipa o. And a nipa and a ye emrano. The laws were made by men. All right? And the law was made by the citizens. We we the citizens, yen represented the law. And your political party be our bar, or you know, me this so and so political party. And as long as I am this political party, I have the power to use the law, to apply the law, and to abuse the law under any circumstances as far as Ghana is concerned. Nobody tried this. No. Semu person may assume no may koya. Mummy should be what? But ye say who say ever in the creation of the 1992 Constitution, 32 years and still counting. Ye say at what point and a sad situation way esida mummy someone say answer no. At what point and the members of parliament abdicate to musita. Hey, I feel we've gotten to a point of where the Supreme Court is being invited to come and interpret a law. Baby, no. Na ye we are and MPP for abreso and ye see anyway. Another time it should be beba. There be before from so could change law. What is going on? Yeah, they call him for. Candidate Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia is promising the people of Agbogloshi in the same in the same status of East Legon and Cantonment. But the question remains, is this what the people of East Legon Cantonment looking for? Bawumia say, opese Agbogloshi for when we status on any East Legon, any Cantonment, a bepe. Enti oma die bi die, but the question remains here, East Legon, any Cantonment, dia Bawumia all promising Agbogloshi for no, and no East Legon Cantonment for no omo. So then, opesa bridge status no. Why? No promise. Take a listen to him.
The lives of the people of Agbogloshi matter as much as the lives of the people of East Legon or Cantonment. In all, you may see 8 unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all among the people of Agbogloshi. The lives of the people of Agbogloshi matter as much as the lives of the people of East Legon or Cantonment. In all, you may see 8 unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all among the people of Agbogloshi. The lives of the people of Agbogloshi matter as much as the lives of the people of East Legon or Cantonment. In all, you may see 8 unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all among the people of Agbogloshi.
4 unit toilet, 32 toilet, then a toilet. Adai is Legon for me be Samuel is Legon Cantonment. Adia Moshisha Wahania toilet. 32 unit toilet, 4 unit toilet, and then I don't know. Bawumia nema sa status no. Toilet. Aden. Eno na Agbogloshi for ubetimi ede aba ameja amawom. Sanete. Folks, the governing New Patriotic Party's rigging machinery in Ashanti region had been exposed. Ekwanya MPP for Faswa. One more rigging elections were minimal, but something tonight has come to light. What is this rigging machinery looks like? Take a listen to this carefully. This is the rigging machinery of the governing New Patriotic Party, folks. Yachiche ballot paper nema enipa no anache o makotu egum kwa. Let me read these messages here quickly. Mohammed Jack something, say Jack Peel, or say Kumbug, or say good evening. I am watching you live from Wa. JM will win hands down. Negan Pauline, or say always watching you from Benin. You are doing a great job for Ghana. Continue. God bless you. All right. Abubakar Sadek, or say good evening, Mr. Odeneho Kweku Ananas. For today, you're looking very great. The greater blessing you, or say the greater the may the Creator bless you more and more. Abubakar Sadek from Barcelona, Spain. Not about been to Kwanda. Or say good evening, Bra Kweku. Bidine Branca is just Kweku. All right. Afi been to say Jandam is dead. I don't know who Jandam is. I don't know. We also good evening, family. Then Negan Paulo, say please quickly forget these things, all NPP people, and let's focus on the serious matters. So, and we also say pa, or say wait me yam, or we obviously say niyam. So I'm sure you are referring to the toilets, right? And Ibrahim Danlid, or say Ghana is on auto reverse. And adia folks, a lot is coming. Make a short break tonight. Interviews now maybe Dawson. I see a interview. No, they are doing your 2 years. Come on. Was good evening, Kwekwan, and I hope you are doing very good. I am Jonathan from Tamale. Balmia is a chronic liar, and no well-meaning Ghanaian should take him serious. On the or they eba and we all say hi. One Phoebe anchor home. Also, Honorable Afenyo should be measured in his words and posture towards the speaker. Kweku, please just keep your head up high and speak the truth to whoever is concerned without fear. God has gotten you on every side. Budong. Did I mention your name well? Okay. We are saying, good evening, Kweku. Today, Eugene Ahin, the Eugene Ahin, the communications director of the Office of the President, is sharing money at the Wutu Senior West constituency. He's sharing 110 Ghana cities, 20 Ghana cities, especially in the Wutu Bojuase. And yeah, Eugene Ahin is MPP parliamentary candidate for Ewutu Senior West. He shares the money with them at Jesus Chapel Room and areas of Bojuase. But still, he will lose the elections. I am Kwitewa from Ewutu and the Ebaya folks. Okay. Hi, Kweku. I am disappointed and concerned about Ghana's parliament, lawlessness, and among lawmakers. Mr. Fenyo Markin unclear stance and his assertion that the speaker isn't an MPP undermine our democracy. This power struggle prioritizes personal interest, our national well-being. As citizens, we deserve accountability, transparency, unity. Ghana belongs to all of us. We must demand better. Thomas Nodebaya. Folks, made back up breaking on. Let me make you way clear. We are learning, sir, Afi, candidates Baumia is making promises out there. Say, Onyankopon Yaduma next month, 1st December. All people, dialysis patients, should go for dialysis treatment for free. Are you serious? Candidate Baumia, are you serious? But folks, wait a minute here. Hey, dialysis now Baumia say young corner for free. One thing must be made clear. Say Baumia say Obia enko dialysis for free. Ye Mr. say nisika and odi kwa kotua. Is the money for dialysis free no? Is it for Baumia? And the Tipa na Baumia catch Ghana for say listen, this is one of their kind of semantics, one of their psychological mind games, one of their tricks to make it look as though say dialysis or no Baumia ni nisika editia patients in Yaka. Therefore, as if though he's doing all of us favor, or it is a privilege, say, Baumia etia or dialysis kadiamao. She bonina mudi ni munyai. Baumia, candidate Baumia, me say boni we amudi ni munyai. Nyankopon yadma Wednesday, many time, some free education na. Mudi die Ghana for sum and a free SHS, free education, free essay. Now on Wednesday, many time of one. So woman bad time, echo to books. Woman bad time, echo to their bang. No, we are. What about the catch me quick? I said, what is free education? When the parents are actually buying books, parents are buying everything. Where is the free here? Free no here for. Body, my main form so my main qua so quick. Main co break, my main qua so. Namene Saint Sack, the general overseer, Emma. Open Arms Ministry, sorry, can say what Asantimemu. Last week, one of the big press conference, or that's what the YouTube or Sinsak press conference. A munsem deja. Now when you be I anadri ma strane say omrama minini ni komuti abni yenhwe say press conference ni munsem no oma a recap of it ni munsem sem na Ghana for gauge the space what is coming in the next couple of days. Of course Tonight marks what? 26 more days to go to the post. No, no, so. Mama, kwa mama say me Saint Sack in Nkoma. Saint, me wadro. Apo mu tisay.
So, woman we admi we Jesus Christ din na dom na home of room. Me nkwa mu na kwa rubo Saint Sack. Saint Sack.
Saint, ya feel papa. Na menim say ye ya hoboan so. Na menu wa be exclusive and the ultimate be exclusive one-on-one with studio has say. Now,
yes,
good one. Saint Anadri Wahonke Kano highly spirit pa na me say the spirit of Saint Ankasa Sack is an form. With the press conference be abeshisha so emunsem ehu papa. Mayenchirimu kakra from all angles, spiritually, physical perspectives. Any the say Ghana for umunyam kwhwe no. Wo metimi enya sa asem no munchirimu kra ansa na fi wonoma kwhwe sa program no. Saint Manenko.
Joe, me jama ura Jesus Christ na do na homo bru e de entia mu yam ebrewo. Wahwefo no watiefo enyina nsam afi me pa. Na wo de and no, we are. They said, yeah, let's not do life.
Yeah.
Yeah, exclusive, no.
Yeah.
Good. Now, a press conference said you can change channel.
Yeah.
Me can say, some press conference now, maybe can academy, and so, maybe the 2 Ghana for you, then about 2 years, about the 7 December. And maybe can say, Ghana ya bato a ye betu mi na ni America for di ni na no pe ewo akwa hodo bebre so ntino me di kan kura ye YouTube live say eninti sa abanu a US for no wo moto no enam nhihye a Ghana ye die ne America for di na kwa ye peninti Donald John Trump no bedding konin enunti Ghana for no be only in America Babiano, one and to Abba Emma Donald Trump. Yes, I see. And about prepare a pay, na asɛm no nyinaa ne sɛ mese aba yɛn bɛtire a mɛkafoɔ tɔm deɛ ɛyɛ papa ne bɔne nipa mmienu no a America wɔn yi wɔn adi no ɛyɛ Donald Trump ɛne Kamala Harris no baako gyina hɔ ma papa ɛna baako nso gyina hɔ ma bɔne ɛna bɔne no nso so gyina hɔ ma nnome ɛna papa no nso gyina hɔ ma nhyira na saa nso na Ghana deɛ no nso so aba mpɛpɛɛpɛ sɛ nipa mmienu wɔn gyina hɔ a yɛbɛtɔ aba na wɔn no baako gyina hɔ ma papa baako gyina hɔ ma no bɔne ɛna papa no yɛ nhyira ɛna bɔne nso so yɛ nnome.
Saint, Ghana had the Ghana battle.
Yes,
I see.
Ghana battle.
And you're chimney, my pa.
Aha, the press conference, I'm chilling. The all you say. A year, we are soon need you are soon into a young couple of your kiss of the island. Says that the American say, we need to tune in a binary bravo budian. You need a year than tell you. We are there, Papa, Eddie Shaba. We are there, boy, I didn't know neighbor. And you be kind, tray, a tray could see passing me by a trouble. Nah, you be kind of fat. Say, why would you know Emma Bonnet, I had no me? Why would you know Emma Papa, a year in Shab? Dr. Baumia, Ejna. Emma Bonnie no me.
Hey.
Yes. Make sure Mrs. Ya, my cousin who can say, Biara Wagana Betwaba, Ama Dr. Baumiano. No me dinechi, no me bebauso. Yes. No me dinechi, no me bebauso. Dinechi mun sentence say ya. Baumia, hey, Obia. Niema kese mi ensa. Ya wo. So nipa ne kremoni so yo Kristo no so nyamsomo ni a sa ne ma no nipa ya no me ba so a ba umi aye ni na ba ko aye di kan ne se ba umi a yo trofo ama ya si na agi atum se Ghana fo a e wono ba umi a ene odi o yo trofo pa obi a fo no cheki sisi a obi ni tumra mi trefie amanfo ntie me se ne prona odie no watwa esoma osom no aye nkramu som no ose oye kramuni no watwa omo entro kese watwa nkramufo no session no omo no panyin no so a one chief no no etro en watwa ni kromufo nso so area fo no etro ne bi kan ebo a oche nkramu some na kokosi sitting a year school near Digna, one year back. Or say chief imam bo same school so better 1 year.
No crack.
Dear who cry and said, you chrome for. You could be son, break a creature, say. But me, I dear pain, and now back I said, my by why ye pa ya, they say, and no dear, a more do pa, what's it? Oh. The prince of my gun, a buyer who do a bunny in an idiot. You will be na a sombo can see or Ghana. A bunny in our body in a good. Now, young you buy and we are bay. Or can we casa say a monumental, the blue feeder?
Yeah.
Yet this is $12 million in a aye.
Oh,
we say a dear bang was so
Palugu dam.
Yeah.
Hey, Saint.
Yeah. You and Tiambreno Quamunia CEO, when you're Baumia, so I had the Parliamentary Select Committee, Mummy and Concoria Paluguda.
Exactly.
I am monumental, I didn't see that. One could do what the demand should be. You see, if one man back as a butter, gata cry in Tribune. And Niam and so we are making Chester, but we are your trophy, Netron will train you pa the man for any or two for young coupon, you would tro. Yeah, haram, what can we soon? Now, and so suya abomination will be so soon. You are there. Into John chapter 8, verse 44. Run as some pay team what you want your nine. Now, yes, you casafa a trony at Rosemo. Or some of the Moja moving wobble some. Moja Colonian on Pesamoye. One your default thing to tell yet. Now, no, when you talk for or chatra or can't tell one Casano. You said no crane, or true for near true for the nature. Sarah now called Revelation. Then I descend to you about you what you are. Nearly paya or radici on the common send you a trop. And nearly kaya, I didn't know me about no medieval near chim. A month on tea near a tossubium, but we are your opportunity. Or to four, no moja. Yes, human sacrifice, yes, I do. And also, my cat, you know, I program, no, make some aside. Yeah, among former Jimmy, yeah, a dear dance here, and said, but we are any special aid, could not go to a Korean. Yeah, a senior of the poor master, no so say, and power local to now we are some prayerful. You are some, or yes, some prayer, you are also so. A haram kesuon kremufu tanzo shia musio ene chiwade wa kristofu obeka sa sanban na radio to kom ya ko so sa ka woka obi tiemi a sanse weri mu na first conference na me kan emra kwada ne wuye no ye nyina ye ni se so obi no obi ye aduma no e panyin na se nipa ni wu a ye di sika ne koboa na yi
ne kre
sa ye di kokoboa the do I coffee. And it's a quadrant, we are covered what you know. Once I'm by on my cancer electric, the fuel for the tears into the kilo, electrocution, the thing I don't crack. The information, the man said the second or no. Who you know, or would you, if you know, boss? The dear funeral boss, no could see a funeral, I was funeral home. Funeral home, and go could see a funeral. Yeah, the same. Kenoforiata, media, in the vessel. Kenoforiata saw play. Pura for whom smoke koya. The omen senior American as well, so in some fret. A Juma, no see haram, who can soon, send Kamusum. Come on, consume a full hooker. Now, Christopher wants to solo, and also see a Floridian and a set. Nipadina Kokosia, if you want them what they want to their home. Yeah, Dr. Momia, then Crawford by Annie, Omo, now was smart, and quite a tobacco. Ama, or Bijna, and quite a tobacco. I'm on no, and quite a tobacco, or no back there, Nancy. Savia Uku say, Dr. Bowia, sing now, Pian Quabon thing, or Bayadi. Now, some way you be that. Some of them won't go on with us. Only Lord, the form gone on with us. Now, Grandma, Miss Wonko, then I'm born and you sorry, or Koya, no matter to a poom. And in Puman, I'm a Dr. Bowian, a year. I could, you know, shed that, seeing womb. A cover 20 minutes. Someone Fred Juma, haram, what can we soon? Abomination that you are dealing with soon.
Very serious. Now, I did not mean a belly pass. To wake up be and I can down several me and no me dimechi. What to about woman that count? Since Namaka, with this as you, we are Camus, we are Christian, so soon, if we are coupon one also the kind of crack. Now we are just sending a real and say. So young coupon deep, I said, yes, will send me your nan with your coupon the battery. I buy a better candy on her. Papa o boni o nyankopon me ahinta o nyankopon ankasa bebu ni paten o enunti wei ensu ya haram kase efunu de ye ni sei fie mpokra no abusia dira mu no se abusia na ye na se base se kristo ni asofo bom kai wi na se funu ye kokata so a ekunu ni ye ne kokosha wo mo mkofu no e ye wo mo ye na simu ma ada bia me de papa de example. Papa, young cancer sacco de Limia, Petua, young cancer sacco de Junior, oh, and child, last year, the quiet be.
Some say the tea is your cooking cancer sackody. The Yidi Coco share, you ever cut the food so. A cocoa bar fair. The Yidi share, yes, friend, you pound my coffee. If I tell you a bear man, you see, I'm telling you, say, young or Nasimu Banane. What do I say? Then will be food, tea, food, and boss. You're too pum to pum. Namco said, when you fool or devil. And bring trunk, I met such a woman quite over you. Check into where someone pep for I am won't you soon. The two idea domination Christmas soon, and a toss you at the domain a band to know me. Third one, Mr. Craven, and we are soon. I ram said, can we never come so?
Samu,
a monsieur is so Christian, ever call a year was so fear. And do things in your couple tree. Jesus, Tilly, a bosom. And couple, it was from one of the Karen was you cool almost said was some. If you saw, yes, I now do 2 minutes. And will be via only a question of some side, who do for young couple, who would Jesus. And I didn't need about me, one of them, one west, I could confuse from Facofansa to 2 sunny good bosom also who even saw you, dear you. Earlier to her, I said that they are 2 coming, they are 2 coming, they are 2 aquatic to me. Dear would hear me, dear, would hear radius which will come in Aquabus and sack them, this I will say. Who will be called Bosom so sad? Over them. What do you say? No, me, a coffin on me. It's here, oh man, which your penny, young funny never be a see a penny. To weigh your money and sack it, so be dear to the set. What's so soon for young couple, so you could when you Christian be set. Now, a trouble. Dr. Mungo, we are there. We are the exclusive quote in our voting tax. NPP, I may catch it was say. No, me about so.
Samu.
Yes. No, me about so. When we said maybe, Gina, now we are doing it. Ghana, none of class and America.
Yeah.
In fact, press conference, no, my shock said, didn't share then tell that. Let me cry, he said, hey, now, okay, the idea and the young question, I'm saying, hey. We need to send media and media share. Keep crowd on issue. The crowd won't mean a machine. They say, one is say, who many are sitting, but the other one was just a dinner. I did back who pen and the yard, father, one who will put the same news out the camp. And it's a different track. No one's swinging some no crown America. No crown should be a mechanical crown on to me. See, but we are not now. Yeah, I said to them, what am I headed? But we are not in Saban only 24 years. But they are yes, they said, we can't buy time. Said, what now I got change 2028. In the whole exercise, you let me say 2, 4. Me say 2, 4. Say, a year you're quite as before with 12. Say 2020 elections, so me catch your. Ye, and the bomb in some said the Americans who came for an Casa Sujina, a Michigan for a day, and cancer come highest, no signal mabon some. Our abortion was almost for 94. You go near shame with your guru. No, the almost sacrifices. Some man by a man and power. Sana Ghana and come for so. Terribly, one more time, the chief has one mechanic correct. The bomb is a mum. As we say, who could do it here? Haram. With the Inguasia and I come to your wife, wonderful. And this other way, so I said, one more time, talk about it. Now, said there, 2020, me can't say that you are Sujana and Beginano. Now, on to Emma, a year, M54. And I could find Nibiano. Sabri so. What has in the NTA? Oko Twabanoa. My Dondra Mani Mahama said about Canadian NBC. You have the class animal, by one, or shall be a Chilean one. Your mamma in the pain and the pain and I was Chile will be ID.
Yeah.
I am. Any Hamono, any Cocono. Now, what's not acceptable. No, I can't work on the Akotum. Parliamentary so why any sir. And na LG for the chance to almost. So be seen that. The minimum so how kakra. Now we dear a day why am research dear piece. And you know or not for no say friend white be ban American Liban or no. You say go see maybe. As an woman yeah or friend. Yes, and said the messengers from God and I be visa. Pick the 137 or 179 by visa. And I will say, when we decide in the Coco Basse, about to an idea here. Nothing, a call living now because one Coco is sitting with that one by any day.
God.
And now, on a white no catch a warm say was how could you no say. Sabi and we don't see any. Sad down when ya said ya and then one qua. Or China, you could see other bit in your corner, the other bit to be sunny there. And the sorry. No, so young she name about to I had to 7 women down the train were intimate to be with their Konako Twaba. There's work on the phones so. First to a move. Say, the way you know, can you now already so a dear bully pattern?
Good.
One more content.
Good.
But now about Cocoto. Now, yeah, say, Catanoa. We can't kill me in church or Mobile actually, and one. I want to join the money, Mahama, and this year. Box no fun sense.
Good.
Now, on to Abamon.
Good.
Makasa, Avia question.
You're saying, a brilliant, you know, ye the best year, say, ye yanchi muma, 2 candidates in and ye the best year, say, one my, let's say, bet me I can simple say, see, I need Open Arms Ministries. What down on my endorser, Ayora John Dramani Mahama of the National Democratic Congress, right?
The American say, oh, it's a radio. You can come and say more. And a mere radio discussion will come now, in Sankaya. I don't know who Bumaru in the defense camera. Didn't see a name to Yasin or the Ghana. I shall sound you say, me, when you back as a spiritual president, we are the Ghana sending in our parliament as sending the Kakaka the bridge. Oh, said you, Gina Casano, and I make Ghana for New Yasifu in our set. You pass or Motron. John Dramani Mahama, any NBC. Now, so you am soon. Jesus can Abano Ama John Dramani Mahama, NBC media. What for 2 months, Dr. Bawunia there, and what you are saying, the chief, no about so, rather soon in the public work here, and your bonnet, you go to see.
Good one. Saint, you better was Spaniard CSA. Na ya shisha breno nafi ya no subinya studio encounter nafi. I know say we prepare for yet another exclusive in your ma and oba studio you know be di hon komo before ansa na bato no so kra ba so say the better was papa ye e break akra wenya e dia ma ende imre sen sack it's ya da was papa nyame so enka ho. Good one. Sinsak and no 18 commonly just gone past. Folks, everywhere just about a minute to the top of the hour 9. This is the Frontline show tonight with investigative journalist Quick One. Of course, the nation's biggest investigative magazine show. Because short break me back. Then we hook up exclusive one-on-one with Honorable James Klutse Avedzi. He's a member of Parliament for Ketu North and also chairman Emma Public Accounts Committee in the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Obetinsem sikapudua yira yentimi retrieve nani panon so mudi says can say atututia to him and I'm near there. Stick and stay, a short commercial break, and then I'll be back and hook up with this very honorable member of Ghana's Parliament. I'll be right back.
Oro Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabinya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Densera, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Great, folks. Welcome back. Just about 2 minutes gone past the hour now. This is the Frontline, folks. And Chair, of course, Many Honorable James Klutse Avedzi, Ebedinkomo. And of course, we welcome all our viewers here in Ghana and around the world to Ghana Speaks Extension. In this edition, we throw the spotlight on the Public Accounts Committee shortly. And some ebe koso ewom ni ade folks. Se ohwe candidates baomia. Ese afidie. Dialysis, Ghana for beko dialysis. Na woma koni free. This is where enimi bi woma meka se oh mo politics we are dirty. Very dirty. But the main can message na membra. Joyce Lendazo or say whether the Supreme Court rules in favor on public eye, you were still a minority leader. Period. Nana Boatsonsi, you are here testifying as if there is an angel. Okay, Joyce Lendazo to us will say, Afinyo Markin, stop being petty and calm down from your high horse. Majority leaders have come to Parliament and gone, but none of them is a childish and a party rebel like you. On any day, George Nabaf will say, Baolaya promised to do something for me and my family as a compensation after the death of my only child, Kwabena Buedu, but never did anything for almost 8 years now. Still nothing. He is a liar. And what they I on. I say Saint Sack, they will come and do something to you for they gado and welcome. Georgina eso etwa so hakeka bia Negan or say come and build 100 bedroom and 100 toilet, you are going to lose all of that. Great and all of that, folks. Okay, for now, let's go on the line and then speak to Honorable Klutse Avedzi. He is the member of Parliament for Ketu North constituency and also the chairman of Public Accounts Committee in the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Now, let me give a bit of a brief history of this member of Parliament. Yes, for Ketu North, of course, in the Volta region, yes. He's a Ghanaian, of course, and he's the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. Waye, a member of fencing, he's been in Parliament for quite some time. He has been a member of Ghana's legislative since the 4th Parliament, the 5th Parliament, the 6th Parliament, the 7th Parliament, and now the 8th Parliament. Look at this consecutive, legislative household he's been in. From the 4th Parliament to the 5th Parliament, the 6th Parliament, the 7th Parliament, and the 8th Parliament. Quite an experienced one. Yes, Honorable James Klutse Avedzi is an accountant, holds PhD in international relations and politics. He's a man of many parts. Now, a lot that Klutse Avedzi has done for Ghana's Parliament, and I know, sir, he's not coming back again, but the question is, how is Ghana going to eulogize James Klutse Avedzi after his tenure in office? And again, look at the quantum of job he has done in Ghana's Parliament. Sir, somehow, whether we like it or not, his committee has retrieved some money, some too, the Attorney General did not help to prosecute those individuals. Let me go on the line and speak to him. Honorable Klutse Avedzi, good evening, and thanks for joining us.
Good evening, and good evening to our viewers.
Great one, great one. Can you speak the tree? Is it possible?
No, it's not possible. It's not possible.
Good one, good one. By the way, how are the people of Volta region doing?
By the grace of God, the people of Volta region are doing well.
Great, especially Ketu North.
We are eager and patiently waiting for the 7th of December.
Good one.
To cast our votes for our cherished party, the National Democratic Congress.
Good one.
Cast for President Mahama, the next president of Ghana, and the various parliamentary candidates in the region.
Good one, good one, good one. Well, tonight we have very peculiar issues that your committee apparently has dealt with. So we're going to ask you questions based on that. We shall look at what your committee did on the Ghana Maritime Authority. We'll look at the arrest of 2 officials at Sefi, Akontombra District. We'll look at the Accounts Committee also arrested former head of head teacher over 72,000 fraudulent deal. We'll look at your committee also look at the sports, that's the youth and sports, construction of 10 stadia, and then Governor of Bank of Ghana appeared before your committee. We'll look at that issue, and then I guess that. Now, but before we go into all of this, you've been the chairman of this committee for how many years? I don't know. Give us a brief history of the Public Accounts Committee. And I'm sure you know that whenever your committee is in sitting or is in session, it's almost as though the entire nation, Ghanaians here and around the world, would want to watch your committee specifically to know why this, that, because it's your committee that specifically gives a breakdown of how much of quantum of money that is either missing in any ministry or department of agency and all of that. Tell us this committee, what this committee is all about.
Thank you very much. And once again, good evening to our cherished viewers.
Great.
Kweku, let me give a bit history of the work of the Public Accounts Committee.
Good.
I entered Parliament in January 2005, and then I was made a member of the Public Accounts Committee from 2005.
Wow.
So I was a member for 2 years, 2005 and 2006. Because of my background as an accountant, we did our work. Those days, before 2005, the sittings of Public Accounts Committee were not in public, were not held in public.
I see.
So the findings of the Auditor General, which are examined by the members of the committee, that is the Public Accounts Committee, were not made public. So Ghanaians did not know exactly what was the issue pertaining to corruption, pertaining to embezzlement of public funds, or how state agencies were handling money that were entrusted into their hands for the benefit of the people. Now, in 2005, Honorable Salas Mensah, who was a member of Parliament for, I think, Adesu, that's Upper West, Lower Upper West, something, I forgot the name, the exact name, but that is Adesu in the Eastern region, was the chairman of the committee, who was also a professional himself, an accountant. We fought at that time to begin holding public hearings.
I see.
And that was the time the public hearing started. Initially, even the state broadcaster, GBC, was not prepared to air our sittings. But through a lot of effort, they started initially. Then, at the time they started, we have to have a sponsor who should be paying for the airtime. We went through all these those things. Then, in 2007, I left the committee and became the deputy ranking member of the Finance Committee to Dr. Kumbo for 2 years.
I see.
And then we won the election in 2008.
I see.
Then I became the chairman of the Finance Committee. So I chaired the committee for 8 years. And then, unfortunately, NDC lost the election in 2016. And then, when we entered 2017, it fell on me again to become the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. Even though I was also the deputy minority leader, the party thought and our people thought that I could be the best person to handle the committee.
I see.
So I took over.
Oh, okay. Good one.
Now, when I took over as the chairman, there were a backlog of reports which were not reviewed by the previous committees. In fact, at the time that Salvador Mensah took over in 2005, there were a backlog of over 8 to 9 years reports. And in every year, the Auditor General presents about 8 traditional reports. 8 traditional reports. And each report is a bit voluminous. So by the time the committee will finish handling all those 8 reports in a year, the year is ended, and then that year's report also comes in. So it's like there was a marking time. If you clear one, one is added. You clear one, one is added. So it's difficult for the backlog to be cleared. But the previous chairman also did their best. So when I took over in 2017, there were about 4 years arrears reports. So 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2016 reports were the report available when I took over. So we also decided that, well, by the time we also finish as a committee, we should be able to clear all the arrears. But how do we do it if we continue the pace at which the previous chairs did it? If we do it the same way, we'll not be able to clear. So now what we decided to do is that we need to double up our efforts so that in every year, instead of clearing 1 year report of the Auditor General, we should be able to clear 2 years report. Which means that we have to do more sitting of the committee. We need to have more reports presented by the committee. We need to have time to go around the country where we usually meet to consider those reports. So the members of my committee agree that we should be able to do it, so that at least when we also leave, that could be our legacy. So as we speak now, the committee has finished work on the 2023 report, which is the last report. I'm talking about the traditional report. Now, when you say the traditional report, is a report for ministry, department, and agencies is one report. Report for public boards and corporations, another report, that is it. Report for the consolidated fund is a report on its own. Then the report on the foreign exchange receipts and payment for Bank of Ghana. So these 4 reports, we handle these 4 reports usually in Accra. Then the reports that we handle in the region are also 4. The District Assembly Common Fund reports, the District Assembly Internally Generated Fund reports, that is 2 reports, the report covering the senior high schools, then the last one, the report covering the technical universities, nurses training colleges, and then teacher training colleges. Also, all these 8 reports. So every year, we do 2 sets of these 8 reports. So one set is 8, another set is 6. So we go around the country twice. That is why we've been able to clear the arrears. So as we speak now, we don't have any arrears of reports. We have presented our report. Many of our reports have been tabled on the floor. Motion have been moved by me, the chairman, supported by my members, my ranking member, members of the parliament debate the report, and we adopted all our reports with all our recommendations. Now, significant among our recommendations are prosecution of people who are found to breach procurement process. The previous chairs did not make these recommendations. The previous chairs will advise or make a recommendation on what to do in the subsequent year so that the public servant and civil servant could comply with all the financial laws that we have, including the public procurement law. But we decided that despite this recommendation by the previous chairs, which Parliament adopted, these people do not follow or comply with these recommendations. And so we thought that we should be able to set some example that when people are punished for breach of the law, it will serve as deterrent to others. So we decided to recommend. So we have done recommendations from 2021, 2022, 2023, and this year, 2024. We have done recommendations for people to be prosecuted. people who did not follow the procurement law, people who took the law into their own hands and single-handedly award contracts, which run into millions of dollars. These people need to be punished because they have breached the law. And we have made recommendations. Now, one thing that probably people don't know is that the Public Accounts Committee, the extent to which the Public Accounts Committee can go is the recommendation.
I see.
And then this recommendation, when adopted by the entire House, Parliament, it is for the executive arm of government to implement the recommendations of the Public Accounts Committee.
I see.
So this is what people don't know. So when we sit and people thought that Public Accounts Committee has the powers to punish people on the spot. We do not have those powers.
That powers, okay.
Yes. So that is why when we sit, we can advise people and then probably tell them, go and do this, go and do this. But apart from what we tell them when we are doing public hearings, we also make specific recommendations in our report, which must go back to the same ministry and make sure that they implement.
I see.
Now, there is a committee in every ministry, department, and agency, which we call Audit Committee. This Audit Committee has a membership of 5. Now, this membership of 5, 3 of the members must come from that department. So, for instance, if Ministry of Health, the Audit Committee of Ministry of Health, 3 members of the committee must be nominated by the minister or the chief director from the Ministry of Health. The other 2 members must come from outside Ministry of Health. And there are 2 institutions that get these 2 members. Institute of Chartered Accountants, Ghana, and then Internal Audit Agency. These 2 bodies put their heads together and nominate 2 people to serve on each of the audit committees.
Great.
Now, the duty of these audit committees is to ensure that the department, the audit reports of those departments and the Public Accounts Committee recommendations and internal auditors' recommendations, the Auditor General's recommendations that affect those departments are implemented.
I see.
It is not Parliament that will do that. It is that committee that will do. And then the Public Financial Management Act requires from the Minister of Finance to report to Parliament annually as part of the budget how the ministries are implementing the recommendations of the Public Accounts Committee.
I see. Great one.
This is a procedure.
I see. Great one.
Now, those that we have recommended for prosecution, as we speak, none of them has been prosecuted.
Okay, so if I first of all, let's go quickly on before I come to my table.
Yeah.
Off your head, can you mention who perhaps director, chief executive, minister, which of the ministries, department, agencies that your committee has, may I use the word surcharge, that you are expecting the Attorney General to commence prosecution, but Attorney General has, may I say, deliberately refused to do this?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
The line, so I couldn't hear the latter part of your...
Yeah, the question I'm asking is that we want to know, currently, you've done some, you've made some recommendations. Now, my question is, how many government officials, either chief executives, directors, agencies, ministries, departments, that your committee has surcharged and again asking the Attorney General to prosecute, but the Attorney General deliberately has refused. Can you give us that list?
Before I mention specific one, we have recommended a number of ministries, chief directors to be prosecuted.
I see.
We have also recommended a number of coordinating directors of district assembly should be prosecuted. We have also recommended a number of heads of schools vice chancellors also to be prosecuted because they have violated the law.
I see.
On the procurement. But the specific one, it's the former chief executive or managing director of Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company.
Hey.
Yes.
Madame Francis Isiam.
Exactly.
I see.
We have recommended. She single-handedly awarded a contract about $26 million.
$26 million.
Sole sourcing. Doesn't go through the procurement process. We have recommended for
Francis
her prosecution. Yes, we have.
Wow.
But no action will be taken on that. That's a specific one I can mention because it's huge. The amount involved is huge. And I always keep it in mind.
Yeah.
And I give it as an example. A number of them have also been prosecuted. Recommended for prosecution. We also make a recommendation for a special audit of National Sports Authority.
Okay, we'll come to that one. But so let me take you through the table that I have here. Okay, let's now start specific. And it says assembly for, as it were, your committee is taking up. The Public Accounts Committee, PAC, refers let's start with Ghana Maritime Authority officials to Attorney General for prosecution over some public procurement breaches. Give us a history of this one.
Yeah, once the recommendation is for prosecution in terms of procurement, it means that entity did not follow the procurement procedure.
Okay.
If you do not follow the procurement procedure, the Auditor General will make a recommendation that this entity did not follow the procedure and therefore need or is being recommended for punishment by Section 92 of the Act 63 as amended.
I see.
Or Section 52 of the old Act.
I see.
So based on that, we look at the details of the case. We listen to the heads of those entities as they appear before the committee.
Yeah.
They explain themselves. And then if their explanations are not convincing, then we say, okay, go and defend yourself in court. Go and make this your argument in court. The judge is given the opportunity to listen to you and then prescribe the appropriate punishment. So that is what we do. So Ghana Maritime Authority have also violated the procurement law. And for that matter, Auditor General recommended for their prosecution. We as a committee have gone through them, we listened to them, we heard their explanations, and we thought that their explanations are not convincing enough.
I see.
So they should go to court. That has the power to apply the sanctions prescribed in the law.
Great one. Now,
the committee do not have that power to prescribe those sanctions.
Good one.
So we can only recommend.
Good one. Before I go to the second one, let me take one step back and then stay a while longer with Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing.
Yes.
Do you know why, as your committee, as it were, to go to find out why Madame Frances Essiem, how much? You mentioned $76 million US. Am I correct?
No, 26.
$26 million. Do you know why the Attorney General has still not yet commenced any action on this?
Yes. I have, as a committee, not me alone, as a committee, we asked the Attorney General, in fact, not he himself, but the Deputy Attorney General, who usually appear before the committee if there are issues that concern the Ministry of Justice. So this Deputy Attorney General, I asked him that we have made a number of referrals for prosecution, but we don't hear if he has commenced action.
Yeah.
And what he told the committee was that there was no communication from Parliament to the Ministry of Justice.
I see.
For any action.
I see.
In fact, I agree with him because whenever we take decision in Parliament, It is a duty of the Parliamentary Service, and for that matter, the head of Parliament,
the clerk,
Parliamentary Service, which is a clerk to Parliament,
I see,
must write a letter to the appropriate entity that need to take action on that decision of Parliament. So it means that the clerk to Parliament did not write to the Ministry of Justice to commence action to prosecute the people.
I see.
So after hearing this, I made a follow-up. So what I did was to ask my clerk, the clerk to the committee, to compile the list of all those referrals that we have made. Prepare a letter. Give it to the deputy clerk, Mr. Jetro, to vet it, because they have the parliamentary language, how they write those letters.
Exactly.
They should vet it, and if everything is okay, it should be forwarded to the clerk of Parliament in order to sign, so that they can send it to the Attorney General's office. So I changed this thing for almost 2 years.
Hey!
Yes.
You're kidding?
From almost 2 years. At a point, it became disincentive to the committee members that if we spend our time to go around this country, we sit down for long during the day or whatever to do this, read this report, because before we appear, I have to read the entire report. Read this report, sit, interrogate the people. We make our recommendation, our report. Our report is adopted by the House. And for the clerk to just sign a letter which has already been prepared, if you're not happy with that, the content, whatever language you want to put in there, you can direct your other staff to do that, and the clerk will not do that. So it became this incentive that what do we kill ourselves to do all these jobs?
What's your suspicion?
I don't have any suspicion.
Any visible hands at work?
No, I don't suspect anybody.
Any political undertones?
I don't. As I speak now, I can't tell that, because of ABC, that is the clerk is not doing it. But I don't know the reason why the clerk was to do it.
Absolutely inexplicable.
So I was forced to even complain on the floor of the House. That Mr. Speaker, this is what is happening. That the committee has done this job, but just a letter to be forwarded from the clerk to the Attorney General for prosecution, that's how it's not being done. And so, eventually, I was told that now the letter has been sent to the Attorney General.
I see. Now, quick one there. Before you exit this Parliament, would you say to Ghanaians listening to you that the 26 million United States dollars, misappropriated by Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing, perhaps may go waste? True or false?
Come again.
I am saying that before you would exit office, would you say to Ghanaians here and around the world that $26 million misappropriated by Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing perhaps may go to waste?
No, I wouldn't say, because there is more work to be done by the Attorney General to unravel that, because the contract was awarded through sole sourcing. The contract was awarded without going through the procurement process. Now, when the case goes to court, the cylinder manufacturing company will have to defend that. We have actually gotten the services rendered. Now, the law is clear that if you do not go through the procurement process, something fishy might have happened. That is why you did not go through the procurement process.
Good one. Okay.
You will have to be punished for not going through the procurement process.
I see.
But if it is established through the court process that the services have been rendered, then we cannot conclude that the money goes waste.
Okay.
But if it is not established that the services have been rendered, then we can conclude that the money has gone waste.
Good one. Let's go to the next one. The next one says that the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament has caused the arrest of two officials of Sehui Akontomra District Assembly for deceiving the committee. Right, for deceiving the committee. So you caused the arrest of these two officials. Explain to us how this arrest, your committee could cause the arrest of these two officials.
Thank you very much. This is one thing that is the first time and probably the last time that we have referred officials to the police station to take statement or to write statement. This is what happened. A week earlier, before that action, the accountant of Sehui Akontomra District Assembly appeared before the committee. There were a number of payment vouchers that they could not present to the auditors for audit.
I see.
So they have made payments. Whether that payment is done rightfully or wrongly, there are no PVs that the auditors could sign and vouch. So we asked the accountant, what are the PVs? The accountant says that, oh, he is new. He wasn't at post at the time of those transactions. The one who was there has been transferred. So he could not explain into details. Then we said, okay, fine. Then we are suspending hearing of your case.
Yeah.
Go back. Come the following way. When you are coming, come along with the former accountant who has been transferred. So that was why there were two, the time they came. When they came the following week, the two of them, when they appeared and they took the oath to speak the truth and nothing but the truth, they began to tell stories which is completely different from what they told us the previous week.
Wow.
Then we say, why this?
So they are lying.
And to the extent that they brought a number of PVs, that those were the PVs. When we gave it to the auditors, because we asked the district auditor to also come. When we gave it to the district auditor says that those were not the PVs. We also saw that they forged or they tippered some of the figures and write new figures.
Hey, that's
so
serious?
We said, look, if you should tell the committee first story and now different story, they took an oath to speak the truth, nothing but the truth. If you lie, it amounts to perjury. Go to the police station and write your statement so that the three statements can be compared and see which one is the truth you're telling. That was the reason why I referred them to the police station. But even that action I took, my own colleague took me on. And the person who did that is now the current minority, the Honorable Afonyo Maki.
Say that again. Say that again.
In fact, he was a member of the Public Accounts Committee at the time.
You said the person who took you on is who? You mentioned...
It's Afonyo Maki, Honorable Afonyo Maki.
He's a majority leader or who?
Minority leader.
Right now.
Yes.
But that is being contested, is it not?
Well, until the decision is taken, for us, is a minority leader now.
He's a minority leader now, anyway.
Yes. He took me on. I don't have the power to do that. Yes. So, yes, if you're a member of the committee and the committee took a decision and you are against that and you went public, so we have to speak on radio to defend, blah, blah, blah. I decided that whatever it is, I'm not going to refer anybody to any police station again.
This is Ghana's money.
Yes.
Honorable Klutse Avedzi, Ghana's money.
Just Ghana's money.
I see. Let's tackle this one. Now, this one says that Public Accounts Committee orders the arrest of former head teacher over 72,000 Ghana cedis fraudulent payments in the form of unearned salaries. Tell us the brief story about this one.
I think this story, I can't remember exactly, but I think that it involves an officer, if not in the OT region, who was a teacher. He resigned, went and joined another government agency. I think it's NADMO, or I'm not too sure.
That's from OT region, correct? If I remember.
I think
OT
so.
region. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he continued to receive salary as a teacher.
Hey.
Then he was again receiving the salary at the new department.
I see.
So all that salary he received as a teacher when he was not at post were treated as on-end salary because he did not work for those ones. Now, the reason why the committee directed that the Ministry of Education to report him to be picked by the police was that when they told him about this, he was adamant.
I see.
And it's like he was snubbing the authorities.
Hey.
So we have recommended
with that impunity?
Yes, with that impunity, to be frank. So the committee has no option to say than to say, we will not wait until our report is presented to the floor. Go and take action now, once we will make our recommendation to the floor.
I see.
So we do those recommendations as we see, because sometimes it takes some time for the committee report to be tabled on the floor. Because when we finish our work as a committee, we inform the leadership of the House for business committee to program our report to be laid, and then the motion to be moved.
I see.
We do that. So we inform them, and the time that it takes for our report to be tabled and then motion moved, it takes some time.
I see.
And because of that, in order for the officer not to probably escape or whatever, we take this decision that go and take action once our report goes to Parliament.
Good one. Let's look at this public interest one too here. This is a story, or this is an issue Ghanaians were quite interested. It says the Public Accounts Committee challenged the Minister of Youth and Sports over construction of 10 stadiums by government, as stated by Dr. Baumia. Do you recall this one? Yes. What happened?
Yes. Well, they were calling this Youth Resource Center as stadium. And there were 10 that are being constructed. They claim they have constructed 10, but the report of the Auditor General shows that only 4 that have been completed. And even those that have been completed were not being put to use because they have not been handed over to the ministry. So that was the reason why we were challenging the Minister of Youth and Sports that, look, you went out, Baumia went out and said we have constructed 10 days. But this is what the report is saying, that the remaining 6 are at various, in fact, there are some of them, if you go to the places, is become in the bush. So you can't claim that you have constructed 10, whilst in actual fact, only 4 have been completed and the rest are at various stages. And in fact, at that meeting, our public hearing, the Youth Authority Chief Executive confirmed that they are owing some of the contractors. And because they are owing the contractors have abandoned sites. They don't have money to pay the contractors to go back to site and complete the work. So the flag bearer of MPP cannot go out and say that, oh, we have built 10 stadia, so even though only 4 have been completed.
So through your fact checking, it does appear that candidates Baumia, at the time of mentioning we've built 10, they've constructed 10 stadium, could be said to be that of, if you like, he's lying.
Yes, of course.
I see.
Of course, he lied.
That's your fact checking. That's what you discovered, correct?
Yes.
I see. Good one. Now, let's go to the last one, which says that the Governor of Bank of Ghana appears before PAC to answer questions on foreign exchange receipts after the officials of Bank of Ghana were turned away for appearing before the committee without the governor earlier. What happened? Give us the history here.
Okay, the history here is that we've noticed that the governor himself does not usually appear before the committee. He only asks his deputies to come.
Yeah.
We have tolerated that for a number of times.
I see.
In fact, we as a committee, we've been very helpful to the Bank of Ghana. The Bank of Ghana is supposed to prepare foreign statement of foreign exchange receipts and payment on half-yearly basis. So from January to June, they must prepare a statement on foreign exchange receipts and payment by government and present it to the Auditor General for audit. Then from July to December, another half-year statement, and by which one they have to consolidate it to become a full annual year statement on foreign exchange receipt and payment. And that must also be presented to the Auditor General for audit.
Yeah.
So the Auditor General presents two reports, the first half-year report and then a full-year report. It is our committee's duty to examine these reports. So in normal circumstance, we should have invited them to appear when the first report is presented and then appear again for the annual report. But we decided that, look, let's combine it so that every year we meet once and then consider the half-year report, the annual report. So the governor usually do not appear before the committee, but his deputy. So on that particular one, we decided that the governor himself must appear.
I see.
Well, we also saw that because we realized that we should also look at their financial statement at the same time. And we realized that they have made over 60 billion deficit or loss. The governor himself must appear.
The Bank of Ghana.
Yes. The governor himself must appear to answer questions where the Bank of Ghana should make over 60 billion loss as a state banker. So that was the history behind the committee decision that we will not consider the Bank of Ghana unless the governor himself appear before the committee.
I see. Wow. This is quite interesting. Now, Honorable, before we let you go, we will definitely have to let you have a bite on the current stalemate, if you like, the Parliament versus Supreme Court in the eye of the storm. And I'm sure you are following the development. It's a pretty much fascinating development, angles to all of that. Now, the Supreme Court is beginning to bite now that tomorrow they are going to have a rule on the speaker, your speaker, Bagbin. What is exactly going on in Ghana's parliament that now your committee, all members and everything now come to a stalemate? What is going on here? Are we going to have parliament back against the backdrop of all this rendezvous, push and pull and all of that? What are we to expect as far as Ghanaians are concerned, including the people of Ketu North?
Well, the brouhaha in Parliament now is about action of 4 members of Parliament. Action that the 4 members of Parliament took, which by Article 97, 1H, G and H, result in something.
I see.
Now, if you are a member of Parliament, for instance, I am a member of Parliament for Ketu North, and I am elected on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress. If I take any action, that means that I am leaving or I have left NDC per Article 97, 1 G and H. My seat is declared vacant.
Vacant, I see.
So, What are those actions that I'll take? If I cross carpet that I'm joining NPP or I'm joining any other party, is one of the actions.
I see.
If I go to file to contest election as an independent, is one of the actions. That action means that I have left my party that brought me to Parliament.
I see.
Now, the motive behind this article is so simple. If not, Koku, you can see that Parliament of Ghana, people will be crossing carpet here and there.
Anyhow.
Today you hear that a member of this constituency that for this party has crossed carpet to this party. Another day you hear that another one from this party has crossed carpet to this party. To prevent that, this clause was debated at the time of drafting of the Constitution.
That's the framers. This is what they figured out.
The framers of the Constitution debated all these scenarios.
I see.
And they came to this position that in order to prevent people moving from one party to the other, or people moving as an independent person to join another party, or as a member leaving to become an independent person, these clauses must be. So once you do that, your seat is declared vacant.
I see.
Let me give you two examples. In 2005, Professor Waye Seni, who was the member of parliament for Tamale Central, on the ticket of NDC, read a personal statement on the floor of parliament, and that he's leaving the NDC and is joining the NPP. Then he crossed the carpet to move from the NDC side, which was the minority at that time, to the NPP side, the majority at that time. Then the Speaker, Right Honorable Sechi Hughes, told him that per Article 97, once you cross carpet, your seat is vacant. You cannot cross carpet and move from one side to go and sit at the other side. So the Marshal of Parliament was ordered to walk him out of the chamber. And that happened. A by-election was conducted to replace him. That is how Honorable Inu Sapuseni became a member of Parliament for Tamale Central.
So there's an antecedent, correct?
Yes. So that was one. The second one is where a sitting member of Parliament on the ticket of the NPP, who is a second deputy speaker now, Honorable Andrews Esiama, decided to go and contest as an independent member. And Right Honorable Michael Quay ruled that he, by that action, is against Article 97, 1H, G and A. He ceases to be a member of Parliament.
I see.
His seat is not vacant. In fact, he was ordered to be walked out of the chamber. So these are precedents.
Yeah.
Now, currently, 4 members of Parliament, 3 from the MPP side, 1 from the NDC side. 3 of them have taken action to go and contest as independent candidates. So, per those actions, their seat becomes vacant. One of them, who is an independent, who was elected as an independent, have now moved to come and contest to join the party. So, it's also crossing carpet. That action must also result in vacancy position. So, Speaker communicated this to us based on the issue which was raised by the now majority of the Honorable Kessel Atofoso. Speaker did his consultation and came to communicate to her that by this action by these people, their seat is now vacant. So, quickly, Afenyo Maki rushed to the Supreme Court. That is what is bringing all this to her.
I see.
So we are waiting for the ruling by the Supreme Court tomorrow and whatever.
Very interesting.
But I listened to Honorable Afenyo Maki the now minority leader, the position that he's rejecting vehemently, that they will recall Parliament.
Yes, you've heard of
which,
you've heard that.
Which power?
Exactly.
I heard it.
Yes.
Under which power is he going to recall Parliament?
Are you trying to go into his mind to figure out, and definitely maybe that Kwame Nkrumah may have some powers beneath? Is it
Which
not?
power? Which power has he got? You are a minority leader. Which power do you have? You are a minority leader, but you are the leader of government business. Which power do you have? Look, the Speaker of Parliament is the chairman of the Parliamentary Service Board.
Wow.
And the Parliamentary Service Board is the board that controls the parliamentary service.
I see.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the Speaker has been given power that if members of Parliament, 15% of all members of Parliament petition for a recall, Speaker has some number of days within which he will recall. And he has done a recall twice.
That's correct.
So, if the petition Speaker again, definitely Speaker will recall the House. Speaker will not deny that. But if he put it on himself that they are going to come back, and who is coming as a Speaker? Is it the first Deputy Speaker or the second Deputy Speaker who is at the center of this controversy? But first of all, is a clerk going to authorize the parliamentary staff to come and sit? Probably it's going to be a meeting. It is going to be their caucus meeting, which they want to hold at the chamber at the dome.
And can't they use their caucus to execute government business in this directive, Honorable Klutse Avedzi?
They cannot. They cannot use their caucus to execute any government business. Anything like that is illegal.
What about an attempt to impeach the Speaker? How possible that can?
Or they should try it. Let's see.
Okay.
You need 3/4 of members of Parliament to vote to impeach the Speaker.
I see. So then what becomes of Afenyo Makin, blasting all cylinders out there to Ghanaians that he's going to impeach the Speaker? He's going hardly ballistic. What is motivating him?
I think he's showing his true character to the people of Ghana. So the people of Ghana to see them and see what they are made up of. In fact, opportunity is just coming in 3 weeks' time, a little over 3 weeks' time, to put them out of office.
Okay.
So Ghanaians, please, let's not make mistake again by voting for these people.
Great. Now, Honorable Klutse Avedzi, educate us from this direction. Now, let's make a hypothetical hazard a guess that the Supreme Court says blah, blah, blah. Now, if the 4 people are to go back to the August House, my question would be to ask, how would you describe them, 1? 2, where would they sit? Number 3, would they do business with the NPP, or at which angles would they have to contribute to the government business of the House? So that would be that the Supreme Court is trying to, as it were, to interpret the law to then let it look as though they have abdicated their seat. However, they are still members of Parliament, the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic, and until the 8th Parliament fade off, then they cease to be. So it's a quite dichotomy. Try to go into the mind of those of us who don't understand and give us an education that if they come to the House, where would they sit?
Well, if the Supreme Court ruled that they are still members of Parliament, which I doubt if the Supreme Court will do that ruling, but assuming that is a ruling, which, if that is the case, will be a bad precedent, per my
understanding,
non-legal mind, will be a bad precedent.
Yeah.
But assuming that is the case, it means that they are still going to be the majority, because there will be the 137, plus they are independent making the 138.
I see.
We will still be the 137. So they will be the majority. But I'm not going to go into the mind of these 4 people. But if I were them, once I've decided to contest independent, I will not even come to the chamber again.
Exactly. Because then again, the onus is also on them. There are people, the people they are expecting to vote for them, they are also watching them. So it then becomes that their integrity, credibility is put to test. Correct.
Yes. if I'm contesting as independent,
yeah,
and then I go back to say I'm working for MPP again in the chamber, then the people who I'm canvassing vote to vote for me will say, we'll vote for you. You go and work with these people again. That will affect them, so they will not even come to the chamber.
And hasn't the Supreme Court thought of all of these technicalities and challenges, and still the Supreme Court is, as it were, still yearning for the Attorney General are all firing all ballistics? I mean, what is going on?
Let's wait for their ruling tomorrow. Yes. For now, we cannot say they have done anything wrong. So let's see what will be the ruling tomorrow.
Great. Honorable Klutse Avedzi, we thank you very much. Do you have any last words to give it to the people of Ketu?
My last words are just to appeal to the people of Ghana that we are tired of this government. Our lives, the economy have become so bad that if we made that irreparable mistake again by voting for MPP, we will be blaming ourselves, and nobody will be prepared to listen to our complaints. So therefore, let's change. And the obvious change is that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama must become the next president. So let's vote for him, and let's vote for his parliamentary candidate so that he can have the number to prosecute the better agenda he has for Ghana. Thank you very much.
Constituency also expecting, you are not coming back, but who is taking over your mantra?
Yeah, there's a young man called Edem Agbana, very dynamic. He is replacing me, and I know the people of Ketu will vote for him massively.
I see. Good one. Honorable Klutse, thank you very much. We're expecting that. I'm sure we'll have you in the studio on other matters. Depending how tomorrow's ruling will go, we're all gauging the space, bracing ourselves for something that the Supreme Court, perhaps if they want to help Ghana move forward, we're looking forward that becomes the order of the day. Thank you very much.
Definitely. I'll have to come to the studio. If I come back to Accra, currently I'm not in Accra, so when I come back to Accra,
good one.
We'll do that. Yes.
Good one. Thank you very much, and have a good night.
You're welcome.
Great one. Honorable Klutse Avedzi is the member of Ketu North constituency in the Volta region, and just gone past we had an exclusive one-on-one with him. He's given us all about what you need to know about the Public Accounts Committee. Now, he said a while ago, millions of Ghana cedis. Now, Osha Francis is here and they are working here. $26 million. It's gone. And several thousands of Ghana cedis near Echo. I believe, sir, Parliament, these are the things that says Supreme Court, say Mobama committees in the power, prosecutorial powers, no more betting prosecuting us. And ya fee no mubia, woman de comma, Attorney General, no, their far, and Coquasa, Semnon, as if for this can waste. Not as I may, Kweku, ye director, I Kweku sitting here. If they make me a director or chief executive officer of blah blah blah, make me a quack with this car, me and my better public account, now my job woman, me and me come baby. Folks, is this what is going on? Well, just about a minute gone past the hour 10. This is Ghana Speaks Extension.
The day of reckoning is here. It is not the end of the world. It is the end of darkness and the beginning of light and truth. Something that has never happened before. After many years of undercover investigations on politics, religion, business, and more, it is time to blow the cover. Judgment Day comes for us all. Run or hide, live or die, you will be exposed. There is no rest for the wicked, only torment. Judgment Day with the legendary Procurement, only on the Frontline show.
then we'll be done. I'll say hello, Kwekwan, and I strongly disagree with St. Sachs' analysis predicting Muhammad's win. I believe God's focus isn't on politics, but on our redemption, righteousness, and holiness. While I respect St. Sachs' views, I think God's interest lies in guiding us toward moral excellence, not partisan interest. As a concerned citizen, I am backing the New Force movement leader, Nana Kwame Bediako. His vision aligns with my hopes for Ghana's future. I predict he would emerge victorious, bringing much needed change to our nation. Echo Thomas, another buyer from Tema Committee 4. All right, my main kind is a quick one. I'll say John Dramani Mahama, 5,000 campaign funds for Ghanaians. How to get it? Visit the link below and answer the following questions. Oh, I think this message is a fraud one. I've just been notified. Okay, I'll say, hello, brother. I know you may not read my comment, but I shall write. I think these pastors that we encourage on the media space are creating tensions in our country, and we need not to allow such. The SDA issue is raised was out of context. If he needs to know, counsel him to read the document himself, but not to paraphrase here, say, quote unquote. That does not make him a scholar. But okay, he may contact me for document if he so wishes. RG Jane Kaswa and the Ebai. Okay, also the good evening, no Dinchian or the Ebai. Then let me say good evening. Good evening. I am Alote wishing you live from 2nd Takradim. Sometimes I really don't understand certain people when I remember way back 2012 how these pastors speak filthy about Mahama and his administration. Now see how they are talking about Nana and Baumia. The fact is God has taken his hands from our political activities, and I don't know why these people, pastors speaking with these about revelations from God. Which is that? See the wicked flowing in this country, whether Mahama wins or Baumia wins. One bag of cement will not come back to 35 cedis, but therefore we must not tolerate their lies. Life is hard. Work and spiritual determination. Let's keep exposing NPP wicked deeds, and God would bless us. Thank you once again, boss. And Ode Eba the Fritadi. We shall say, I love your program, Kweku Anan. My Anan is A-N-N-A and not the G. Okay, right. Yes, yes. A-N-N-A-N. Sir, thank you very much that you love my program. And then this one, or say, the NPP has brought so much hardship upon Ghanaians, making people poorer. So they value free SHS more than anything in the world because they would not be able to pay school fees in whatever amount they would be billed. Well, Ken Farouk, watching you live from Kaswa and Ode Ebae. We shall say, dear Prince, over 5. I don't understand what that mean. Also, I don't know how. Anyway, that message I'm sure is not really for. Also, don't mind the NPP lost this elections long time. NPP lost election long time. See, good evening, Kweku. Baolaya can make thousands promises from north to south, but we Ghanaians make our choice since $1 hits 12 cedis. And incompetent economist Raphael from Amasaman and I'm sure you are trying to make something join up here. Also, good evening, Mr. Kweku. Baumia should show us whether he is praying his life or not Muslim. Thanks. I'm Razak from Uti. Folks, we in so last one I say, hi, Mana. It is only the aimless people can follow him. If we vote for Baumia, the country would suffer more than ever before. And so we shall say Baumia promised giving secondary schools laptops. Has he done it? Okay, they see her. We shall say good evening, Kay. I like your personality, but you are trying hard to tarnish your image by forcing lies on Ghanaians. The video you played regarding the Reagan is a fake video and misleading. I am surprised you fell for this misleading video. Also, your hate for NPP, Claire. Your name is in the mud. Alhaji Kimozak, CEO Akimo. Also, this is what you like. People who would say things to denigrate others. Baumia is what you seek for. NPP Baumia will win to shame all. No wonder you don't have the viewers. Good one. Thank you. There are lots of things Baumia has said. And you are not thinking about whether, for example, he or say, or ma the people of Agbogloshi. Any East Legon, Cantonment, Ina Ayeden Ayepe. Into Betime I saying 4-unit toilet, 30 whatever, and all of those things. So what is Baumia telling the people of Agbogloshi? By the way, let me educate you. When I said this, you were maybe not my viewer. So for you, Razak, to become my viewer tonight, and to send me this message, you are automatically one, not the two. You are just one of the viewer that I want to educate you. Because I've said time and number. I don't need thousands and millions. Oh. No. One person may have to join me either watching the television at home or join the line and will listen or would watch. It's enough for me to educate that individual. Like you who watch this show tonight and you are being educated about something that you don't seem to align with me, and I'm done. I don't know whether, and let me again say this to you. Who call me YouTuber? Ever in my journalistic career, say one more show, social media, to say YouTube, Facebook, say other programs be one adulteration. They have a way of keeping viewership. One more yema say be a nipa 5,000 at a go no mugusu no moye. And your friend and your organic, the inorganic kind of maybe you don't know, but me, I have said 1 million times a number. Unya me say mema IT4 ISM monfa nipa mbeguso no obi ba be hu se ni one person nyina so kwaku na mewie. Enti me pese me ma wote ade bi ase say wona obehwe no you must learn something and go your way. I don't need millions to come and no but millions moba na millions na mbobehwe no sebe we nya nyanse bia we nya nyansapo e wo de ameye animu a sa viewers no what do you think we've done? Now guess what? Look at how many media houses in Ghana. Do you know how many radio stations in Ghana have? Do you know how many television stations in Ghana? But again, ask yourself the question. How much that you think Ghanaians are learning from the media airspace and learning to know, say, this and this and this is what we need to do. Say Ghana fui suyadia. Listen, Razak. Say Ghana fui suyadia. And to candidate Baumia, the goddamn lies. And kontompo and nabraba akoshisam crooks, thieves, criminals, and just our candidates waka in public for so many years. And to one nipa mi nukra momundi nechi. If Ghanaians are to listen to the media, but you know what? Ghanaians are not ready to listen. The media would speak morning, afternoon, evening. Ghana for only decide to do something with their own understanding, with their own feeling, and that's all there is to it. And any viewership ne here, okay? I intentionally read your message. And viewership ne anyway hear me. Now my main message way quick. Negan Powell or say, quite looking for something which very important value. Abena will say hello, Sir Kweku and Kweku. Remain resolute. You're doing a great job. Abra, I love you for this message. Good one there. Or say, Kwame or say Alan Chairman 2024 no, they both say Senior Kweku, good evening to you. Joyce Mohammed or say, do we have CJ? Joycelyn said, "Brah, forget about this party, loyalty, whatever. Does not see any good thing in the truth. God ordained you to speak." Thank you, Joycelyn. Joycelyn also me pewasem. I love you too. Okay, folks. CDBC are great guys. I bought me chidom on this midweek frontline. Kings Campbell, and of course Ruby X, and the man went back. And that is Bismarck. Echo Bismarck is in the house. And then the great guys, executive producer Yamba, two indefatigable, and then of course credible. Womoso Ebo Chidom, editors at large, Kofi Ansa, and then director of research, Enoch Kofi Ejiri, Womina Boban. Yankupo Yadma, Unimadi Eba Friday. Did you hear say yes, cocaine be Ayira Ghana? What a cocaine Ayira Ewa Ghana. 2 United States aircraft abelande America for na impounded aircraft no. Sa report na we the cocaine report why the National Security Minister Ora Kandapa is trying to avert a major cataclysm against the government. Sa cocaine we himfa. A top NPP member was trying to be implicated in this. Meanwhile, Onim Hoshe. Asembeba Debi. Asembeba Debi. Folks, gauge the space. Nyankopon Yadma. And Nyoma Eba Wakwemu. Come. Near the Nyoma Atutu said yes, here the Tutu. Of course, Nyankopon Yadma. I come your way Wednesday near the Nyoma Atutu year. Come. My name still remains Kwekwana. At the same time, I come your way on Wednesday. Have a good night.